Ever pondered about the mysterious world of ocean biodiversity? Picture a vast, vibrant world beneath the waves, teeming with an array of life forms, from the microscopic planktons to the colossal blue whales. This is marine biodiversity, a complex network of life that includes various components such as coral reefs, sea creatures, planktons, and sea forests. Each component plays a unique role, contributing to a balanced and thriving ecosystem. Coral reefs, often termed as the rainforests of the sea, serve as habitats for a multitude of marine organisms. Marine animals, with their diverse characteristics and behaviors, add to the richness of this ecosystem. Planktons, the unseen heroes, generate half of the world's oxygen. And let's not forget our underwater forests, the kelp and seagrass meadows, which provide food and refuge to numerous species. Dive deeper to understand why marine biodiversity matters to us and our planet. Why should we care about marine biodiversity, you may ask? Well, let's dive right in. Marine biodiversity, which encompasses all life forms in the ocean and their interactions, plays a vital role in our world. One of the most crucial aspects is its contribution to food security. The ocean is a veritable pantry, teeming with a variety of edible species. From the fish that grace our dinner tables to the seaweed found in sushi, the ocean feeds billions globally. Without the rich diversity of marine life, our diets would be significantly less varied and nutritious. And the benefits don't stop at our plates. Marine biodiversity is also a potent source of medical breakthroughs. Sea creatures, with their unique biological compositions and survival mechanisms, have inspired numerous medical treatments. For instance, a protein found in the venom of cone snails has been used to develop a potent painkiller. And then there's the Caribbean sea sponge, whose compounds led to the creation of 2 cancer-fighting drugs. Such examples are but a fraction of the potential that lies beneath the waves. But perhaps the most far-reaching impact of marine biodiversity is its role in combating climate change. Oceans absorb about 1/3 of all carbon dioxide emissions, with marine plants and phytoplankton playing a significant part in this process. These tiny organisms absorb carbon dioxide for photosynthesis, effectively acting as a natural buffer against global warming. Coral reefs and mangrove forests, too, are crucial in this fight, storing vast amounts of carbon and protecting coastlines from the devastating effects of climate change. So the question isn't really why we should care about marine biodiversity, but rather, how could we not? Without marine biodiversity, our plates would be emptier, our medical advancements slower, and our fight against climate change significantly harder. Without marine biodiversity, our world would be a drastically different place. Just like a coin has 2 sides, marine biodiversity also faces significant threats. Our oceans, a vibrant tapestry of life, are under siege. The first of these threats is pollution. Pollution in the marine environment can take many forms, but plastic waste is among the most widespread. Every year, an estimated 8 million metric tons of plastic enter our oceans, entangling marine life and suffocating coral reefs. Oil spills, too, wreak havoc on marine ecosystems, smothering wildlife and contaminating habitats with toxic sludge. Then, there's overfishing. Fishing is a vital livelihood for millions around the globe, but when it's unregulated, it can lead to the rapid depletion of marine species. Overfishing doesn't just threaten the species being targeted, it can also destabilize the entire marine food web. When key species are removed, it can cause ripple effects that disrupt the balance of life underwater. Finally, we must discuss habitat destruction. From the vibrant coral reefs to the mysterious deep-sea vents, every corner of the ocean is a home. However, these homes are being destroyed at an alarming rate. Activities like bottom trawling, where fishing nets scrape the ocean floor, devastate marine habitats. On land, coastal development and deforestation lead to increased sediment in the water, which can smother coral reefs and seagrass beds. Each of these threats, pollution, overfishing, and habitat destruction, doesn't exist in isolation. They interact, they compound, and they exacerbate the effects of the other. A polluted habitat can weaken marine species, making them more susceptible to overfishing. Overfishing can make ecosystems more vulnerable to pollution and habitat destruction. These threats are real and imminent, but there are ways to mitigate them. The fate of our oceans is not yet sealed, but it requires our immediate attention and action. We must understand that protecting marine biodiversity is not just about saving the whales or the coral reefs, it's about preserving a world that is interconnected and irreplaceable. The question now is, how do we protect this precious biodiversity? Well, there are several measures that can be taken to safeguard this underwater treasure. One of the most effective strategies is the establishment of marine protected areas, or MPAs. These are essentially the national parks of the sea, where human activity is regulated to protect the ecosystems within. They serve as safe havens for marine life, allowing populations to recover and habitats to regenerate. Now you might be thinking, sounds great, but how does that affect me? Here's the thing. Healthy, thriving oceans are not just good for the fish, they're good for us too. They help to regulate our climate, provide us with food, and even supply the oxygen for every second breath we take. So by protecting these areas, we're essentially protecting ourselves. Another key measure is sustainable fishing. Overfishing is a major threat to marine biodiversity, depleting fish stocks faster than they can replenish. By adhering to sustainable fishing practices, we can ensure that we have fish for the future. This involves things like respecting fishing seasons, using selective fishing gear to avoid catching non-target species, and not taking more than a population can replace. Last, but certainly not least, is the role of awareness campaigns. It's said that knowledge is power, and in this case, it's the power to make a difference. By educating ourselves and others about the importance of marine biodiversity, we can all become better stewards of the ocean. We can make informed choices, like opting for sustainably sourced seafood, reducing our use of plastics, or even participating in local beach cleanups. So you see, protecting marine biodiversity isn't just the responsibility of governments or conservation groups, it's something we can all contribute to. From the choices we make in our daily lives to the way we vote with our dollars, every action counts. Remember, we're not just saving the fish, we're saving ourselves. The ocean's health is our health. It's time to take action. Marine biodiversity is not just about the ocean and its inhabitants. It's a complex web of life that holds the key to food security, medical discoveries, and the fight against climate change. The richness of life beneath the waves, from coral reefs to marine forests, from planktons to the most gigantic whales, is truly remarkable. However, this intricate tapestry of life faces threats on multiple fronts. Pollution, overfishing, and habitat destruction are all taking a toll on our oceans. But despair not, for we are not helpless in the face of these challenges. Each one of us can play a role in preserving marine biodiversity. Whether it's through supporting marine protected areas, practicing sustainable fishing, or simply spreading awareness, every action matters. As we navigate through this journey, let's remember that our oceans are not just vast expanses of blue. They are teeming with life, a life that needs our protection. Remember, every drop in the ocean counts, and so does every action we take to protect it.